Another beautiful day beginning. This day is very special for me and my siblings because our deceased parents married on this day in 1954. It was the wish of my mom to be married on this birthday. It's very interesting, the work God does in our lives has dates and times, places, moments. These are all the Korean, well, some of them are Korean, most of them are Korean, the Korean young people who are here. And they're having their experience of the Sea of Galilee. And some other, this lady's not from the Korean group for sure. Good morning. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 감사합니다.
You want to say hello? Live stream.
live stream.
And there, the sun has gone into hiding now. So we'll have some nice sun moments this morning with the cloud formation. You see, clouds provide beautiful moments in our lives to show faith and hope and love. If everything is rosy and enjoyable, we tend to be absorbed by the pleasure of the moment. And when the clouds come, we have to look beyond the clouds. To gain perspective on life. Here you have somebody way over there. Having her moment of prayer, her moment of being alone with Jesus at the Sea of Galilee, on the shore of the Sea of Galilee, having her chat. That's something we recommend to all the visitors. After a big long trip from Korea or from Texas or from Hawaii or Alaska or Singapore or Australia or Taiwan or China, wherever, to sit down at the Sea of Galilee and have your own personal chat with Jesus. Well, back to our theme today. We have a special series of readings today, not the normal, oh, look at this, not the normal scheme. Look at this. And number 3 is down there because we know there are 3. There were more in the springtime. But nature took care of that. I wonder if we can line them up with the sun. It's going to be a little difficult because that sounds more like geese, doesn't it? Are they geese? 3 grey geese on a green field grazing. Grey were the geese and green was the grazing. So at least we got this one here in the light to a degree. And here they are looking out at the light here, this mysterious light across the lake. So there are times and places, and we remember them. That's why everybody comes to the Holy Land, because the place is important. And there are times that are important, like Easter, like Christmas, and so many other times, the Annunciation in Nazareth. And today there's a time that's not marked down in Revelation, but it's a day that happened. And there was a little girl born who was very special, because God had a big plan in her life. But actually, that's true of every girl who is born and every boy. God has a big plan on that child's life, a plan of holiness, and much of their life might be behind the clouds, and we mightn't see them, we mightn't notice them. We're in for some big surprises when we get to heaven, some very big surprises. Maybe there was a mom or a sister or a grandma who was a big influence on Alexander the Great, who softened the heart of another person who was going to have major social responsibilities. And that person then, because of the influence of that good heart, that tenderness, no longer did a potential violence that would have been there. How much is softened in humanity that we don't know about by God's grace and providence. This is really, really special. And so we honor every person, but when it comes to the mother of Jesus, we must honor her. She was, remember, the gift of life. The gift of life she was given with the great mystery of the gift of salvation for humanity that would be given through her. What a blessed day when she was born. First of all, for her own parents, Jesus' grandparents. And so we have the readings today of chapter 1 of Matthew's Gospel. And we have a reading from the prophet Micah. This long, long expectation for this day when this person would be born to save the world. And he was born of a woman who also had a birthday. See, the expectations God has for humanity also depend on a lot of people behind the scenes, like Jesus' grandparents and great-grandparents. The formation of hearts and minds to be ready to say yes to God's plan, to take care of the things that make other things possible, because that's the way our universe is structured. That's the way creation is. All of the creatures are interconnected and bonded. That's why it's so terrible when people trash the realities given to us, trash relationships because of a moment of frustration, trash physical things, and not just terrorists with bombs, but through neglect, daily neglect without paying attention. And things get trashed. Other people have worked so hard to do something good for others, and other people come along and trash it. We're all interconnected, and we can celebrate each other. And we have a great debt to Mary to say thank you, because she brought us Jesus, and we can celebrate her birthday with joy. It's just recognizing God's finger in different moments in our history, recognizing how He allows every little bit to count, every kind deed, every act of mercy. And of her was born Jesus the Messiah. It's a pity really when we go through life without saying thank you. A young man called me yesterday because his grandmother is very ill. She just got a severe cancer diagnosis. And his whole heart is turned to be a blessing for her in these last days and weeks and maybe months of her life. What a beautiful attitude. To celebrate those through whom we have received so many gifts. And thereby we're recognizing God's work, God's gifts, because behind every gift is a giver. And the ultimate giver, we know who He is. Maybe one of the nice things to do today to celebrate this birthday would be to remember your mom, to remember your grandmom, your grandfather, or to remember some neighbor who's not celebrated. And everybody has a gift for humanity. Nobody is superfluous. Not a single being is superfluous. What a terrible thing to say. That human being is superfluous. And unfortunately, a lot of the dynamics of our world, in a certain sense, build economies on that principle. They make their living from the elimination of the superfluous people. Or they make plans to lessen the burden of superfluous people. To free us from superfluous people in the workplace. So many challenges for us to have a heart that's open, embracing, appreciating. Appreciating others is a foundation of charity. Because if we appreciate them, we'll be ready to sacrifice our own little needs and priorities at a given moment. Let's leave it like that for today, people. God bless you. Where's the sun? So when the clouds come, you can be sunshine. God bless you. See you later, alligators.